Hi, this is Dale the librarian. I just discovered this little webcam feature we can put in so we can see if this is absolutely horrible or if it's good. But I wanted to show you how do you get access to articles when sometimes it's ambiguous or you're not quite sure how to get to those articles. Ooh, I'm all self-conscious now. So in the context of the social sciences and in STEM and everything, it seems to be related to how people interact with each other. So I'm going to pick a social sciences topic. But before we do that, this is fun, I get to gesture. As you look on the screen here, a lot of what we access is going to go through interlibrary loan. So if you can't access something, this is your next best bet. And this is a free service to students, staff, and faculty of the University of Utah. Most academic libraries have this. So let's go to my favorite sociology database, which is under research databases. And you could go by subject. You could go down to social sciences or sociology or social work. But it's under the letter S. It's called Sociological Abstracts. Easy to remember. It's one of my favorite because it's so multidisciplinary. Sociological Abstracts. Remember, if you're not on the University of Utah campus, you do have access to this. You just have to log into the off-campus access link at the top of the library homepage. I've already done a search, but I was helping somebody earlier, and I was just like, this is kind of fuzzy, isn't it? So when you're looking for a topic, sometimes you have some of your own keywords in mind, and sometimes you're not sure. So if you had shared activities as a specific keyword, you can put that in quote marks, and then it'll look for that as a phrase. That works in Google too, and all the other databases. I'm going to separate it with the word and, because after I find everything with shared activities, then I want to find, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be couples or married. You could put in a bunch of other qualifying ors as well, like relationships or relationships, I don't know, what have you. But this is the search that I did before. And again, we're just in the context of sociology. I'm going to search. A lot of peer-reviewed, scholarly stuff in here. One thing that I want to show you at this point, though, is how to work with interlibrary loan. I'm going to go to a new home page. Before you get too far into anything, I would strongly recommend that you log into interlibrary loan and just have it open in session. You can just open it up in another tab. The very first time you log in, you'll be asked for registration info. We have a strict privacy policy, so none of that will be shared. It's just something so we know who to send the articles to. Or if you request a book, all that sort of thing. If you have that open and logged in, it will look like this. And you can choose from an article, a book, book chapter. You get the idea. You can borrow just about anything that we don't have access to currently. If you request something that can be digitized, like an article is a small percentage of a journal, so we can digitize it according to copyright law. Sometimes it'll come within an hour, usually within a day. You'll be able to get access to that article. So if you need something in a hurry, interlibrary loan is a great service to work with. But have this tab open. When you're looking for an article, oftentimes it will put you into an abstract. This one, I just picked it because it's the first one, not because it's the best. It'll usually have a description about what the article is about. So the title's descriptive. The abstract usually is a little more descriptive than this one. I don't know why this one is so short. There's going to be extra keywords, so cohabitation, marital. I didn't think about those. But how you get full text access, sometimes it'll pop up and it'll say PDF full text, boom, there you go. But oftentimes you'll get this little logo that says Find It. So if you click on the Find It button, a couple of things are going to happen. One, it's going to look for that article in all of the different journal subscriptions we have in the library. And it will say, well, you can find it in any one of these. Dig around and see if you can track it down. But sometimes it'll say, no electronic full text available or something cruel that'll just give you chills in your heart. But remember, interlibrary loan is open. So this little magic button down here that says request an article, if you were over an interlibrary loan and you wanted that article, what you would do is you would get the journal title and you'd fill that in, the volume, and all this other information. But one cool thing you can do is if you have that open and you click request an article, it'll automatically populate that article form with as much metadata as it can. So we're in the Marriott Library, and since we're already logged in, we're in session. it will populate this article request form. Isn't that cool? Sometimes you'll have to fill out some other ones. So this one is missing inclusive pages, for example. And you'd have to go back and forth between your tabs and figure out what pages it is. Page 639. Not too bad. But then when you click Submit Request, off it goes, and they'll find it in another library. That library will send it, and you'll get it through this interface. Isn't that cool? Dale's tip of the day.